Hi, today we're going to be making paper flowers. I'm here with my friend Laura and we're going to be making some pretty pink flowers that we got the patterns from
Abby Kristen Gillespie.
And so let's see how to make them.
We are going to make Sybell. This is her Sybell flower, and we're going to use 12 by 12 cardstock. Right here, you can get these at Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, wherever kind of craft store you have. The tools you're going to need are pencils, scissors, and a hot glue gun with glue sticks. You got to include the glue sticks with the glue gun or it won't work. And then you're going to need some time and some patience because the majority of this is tracing the template that we made, and then we're going to have to cut them out. So first you lay out your template. So this is the Sybell extra layer or extra large first layer. You need 8 of these for the first outer layer of the petal. That's the first one. Now maneuvering it. The second one. So you're gonna need more of these. So that's the template for the first layer.
So to be able to utilize the most out of your 12 by 12 paper, you can actually trace 4 petals onto one page. The larger petals and then a couple of the smaller petals. So this is what the flowers will look like all cut out. This is the largest petal, the second layer petal, third, fourth, and then the what is it? The bud piece.
Here you'll want to have 8 of these, 8 of the second layer. You're going to want 8 of the third layer and 6 of the fourth layer. After all of your petals are cut, you will go in the middle of the petal and cut a line straight through each of them. So they look like this. After you cut them, they'll look like this. You're going to take a marker or a pencil or a hot glue gun stick and you're going to curl the petals. Now this is the outer layer petal, the biggest one. You're going to go curl it out. Curl it out. So both petals will be curled out. So kind of have some curvature like that. You're going to do that to each petal on the outer. Now once you get to the third and fourth layer, you're going to want to do something different. You're going to do one out, curling out, that, and then one in on the third and fourth layer. So it looks like this. Put a dot there, cross over, pinch, and that's your first one. And you do that to all of them. How tight is how curved it's going to be. So if you don't want it too tight, then you make it go a little bit flatter. If you want it tight, you cross it over completely.
So now we're going to work on the formation of the flower. So Laura will show us how to do that.
So you're going to get the first 4 petals onto the circle that was cut out originally. You're going to place them like this. You're going to get the back of the glue of the petal, glue it. Just a dab will do. You put them on the edge, kind of on the edge, maybe 3/4 of the way through. If you want them,
don't overlap them yet.
No, if you want them to be smaller, you go in the middle, but you really don't want that because then it ruins the dimensions of your flower. That's your first layer. Second layer, do the same thing, but you're going to fill in these gaps. Don't worry, we're going to continue to fill in the flower with our next one.
We're going to repeat the same steps that we did with the original petals of folding that, gluing this and folding this over. Okay, so now we're doing the second layer of petals. So we'll put the glue on the back and we're just gonna fill in where the gap is between the first layer of petals. So in order for the flower to be just a little flatter in the center, we're going just to do the same process of putting a little bit of glue, but we're just gonna barely bring it over so it's just crossed over very little. Okay, on to the next step. Okay, so now we're going to make the flower bud. So Laura's going to show us how to do that.
So we're going to use these two templates that we cut out. We're going to take the outer corner one and you're going to pinch it together, overlap, such as this. You're going to hold it and get the glue gun, glue one side of it, and pinch so it looks like a cylinder or cone. You're going to get the other side right across from it and do the same thing. You're going to pinch it. So what I do is always put right here at the corners. See? Looking like a bud. So it looks like a bow tie now. You're going to do the same thing. Put glue here, put glue at the corner, lift up, and you're going to want a gap in between here. Pinch it, another gap, you want a little bit of a gap here. You're going to place this bud in the middle of this pattern. And you're going to redo it again. Corner, corner, leave a bit of a gap. So these ones here were the ones where they're curved both in. See how they're curved both in? You put a dollop of glue and you press down on the bud. And don't worry about hurting the card. This is pretty strong cardstock. And push down on it. Remember, you're not going to tear the paper or ruin the bud. And there is your flower.
So here's our finished flower. These are going to be put up for a baby shower. So how I'm going to put them on the table is I will be putting this twine I found at Joann's Fabric. I will staple that onto the back, and then where we put the tulle swag on the front of the table, I will tie it up on that. So you can do that, or you can use double stick tape if you're going to be putting them like on a wall or something of that sort. So I want to thank Laura from Little Bunny's Bakery for coming over today and helping me create this beautiful flower. And I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like this video, subscribe down below. And have a wonderful day.
Dressed.
Hey!
Who's that?
Yeah.